Okay, this is section 3.4, and today we're going to be solving equations that have variables on both sides. It's going to work exactly like section 3.2, except we're going to have some variables that we need to move around. So first, let's review our steps. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to simplify both sides of the equation. That just means we're going to combine like terms on each side of the equal sign. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to check to see if there are variables on both sides of the equal sign. And if there are, we're going to choose a side, and we're going to put all the variables on one side. Step 3, we're going to use inverse operations to isolate the variable. And step 4, we're going to solve. And step 5, we're going to check. Let's look at the first one. We have 7x plus 19 is equal to negative 2x plus 55. The first thing I do is I check to see if I have any like terms I can combine. 7x plus 19, no like terms there. Negative 2x plus 55, no like terms there. Okay, now I see I've got variables on each side of the equal sign. I have to pick a side. I can choose either side, it's not going to make a difference. But I always like to choose the side that has the largest variable, the largest coefficient. So I have 7x and negative 2x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2x to both sides. So now I have 9x plus 19 is equal to 55. Now I'm going to subtract 19 from both sides. So now I have 9x is equal to, see, 55 minus 19. Okay, that's going to give me 36. Divide both sides by 9. So I have x is equal to 4. Okay, now I'm going to go and I'm going to check my work. You're going to check your work exactly the same as we did before. I'm going to put a little note that I'm checking my work so I don't get everything mixed up. So I have 7x plus 19 is equal to negative 2x plus 55. I'm going to plug in 4 for my x values. Draw a little line where my equal sign is. So I have 7 times 4 plus 19. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 19 is going to give me 47. Now on the other side, I have negative 2 times 4 plus 55. Negative 2 times 4 gives me negative 8. Negative 8 plus 55, signs are different, have a negative and a positive. I'm going to subtract the small number from the large number and keep the sign of the large. So 55 minus 8 is going to give me 47. So my answer checks out. So my solution is x equals 4. Now the next one I have 80 minus 9y equals 6y. Well, I'm going to choose to add 9y to both sides. So now I have 80 is equal to 15y. Divide both sides by 15. Well, 80 over 15. 15 won't go into 80 evenly, but I can simplify it. Let's see, I know they're both divisible by 5. 5 will go into 15 3 times. 5 will go into 80, let's see, 16 times. So I know that y is equal to 16 over 3. Now when I come over here and I do my check, I have 80 minus 9y is equal to 6y. So I have 6 times 16 over 3. Oh, look, it's going to simplify. 6, 3 goes into 6 2 times, 3 goes into 3 1. 2 times 16, that gives me 32. Now on the other side, let's see, I have 80 minus 9 times 16 over 3. Now this is going to simplify. 3 goes into 9 3 times. Let's see, so I have 80 minus, let's see, 16 times 3, 48. 80 minus 48. Hey, that gives me 32. So my answer does check out. Okay, now our equations are not always going to have one solution. So sometimes we have what's called an identity. And an identity is an equation that is true for all values of the variables. Okay, so no matter what number I plug in, it's going to be true. And when you have an identity, you're going to have a funny answer. You're going to get something like 2 equals 2, or 0 equals 0. You're just going to get a number equal to the same number. Now, and another thing you're going to have sometimes when we work with linear equations is you're going to have no solution. Once again, you're going to get a funny answer. You may get something like 2 equals 5, something that you know is not true. So if you get something like that, you're going to write no solution. So let's take a look so you can see what I'm talking about. Now I have 3 times x plus 2 is equal to 3x plus 6. So I'm going to distribute. So I have 3x plus 6 is equal to 3x plus 6. Now when it's starting to look similar, or in this case exactly the same, you need to be aware something's probably about to happen. Okay, so I don't have any terms that I can simplify. I'm going to choose a side. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Oh, those both cancel out or add up to 0, I guess I should say. So now I have 6 is equal to 6. So this is an identity. And the solution for an identity is all real numbers. Now I have x plus 2 is equal to x plus 4. So the first thing I'm going to do, okay, well, no like terms to combine. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So now I get 2 is equal to 4. Well, I know that can't happen, so I know that this one is no solution. Okay, now we have 4 times 1 minus x plus 3x is equal to negative 2 times x plus 1. So we're going to distribute. 4 times 1 gives me 4. 4 times negative x gives me minus 4x. Drop down my 3x is equal to, now I need to distribute my negative 2. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Now I'm going to go through. I'm going to look on each side of my equal sign and see if I have any like terms to combine. I have negative 2x minus 2. No like terms there. 4 minus 4x plus 3x. I have negative 4x plus 3x. I'm going to take the small number from the large number, keep the sign of the large. So I'm going to have 4 minus 1x, or minus x, is equal to negative 2x minus 2. Now I'm going to pick a side to put all my variables on because I have an x on either side of the equal sign. Negative 1x is larger than negative 2x, so I'm going to add 2x to both sides. But like I said before, it doesn't matter which side you choose. So I've got negative 1x plus 2x. Take the small number from the large, keep the sign of the large. So 4 plus x is equal to negative 2. Subtract 4 from both sides. So I have x is equal to negative 6.